to Two Sisters Drinking Tea. I'm Brunese.
I'm Ashley.
Well, today, one of our subjects is Southern.
Two different types of country. So I'm from the coast. She's from here where we are in Alabama. Yeah. So we're just going to talk about the two differences between the coastal country life, as some people down there like to put themselves as, and how Alabama is different, because we're not next to any islands or anything like that. So we're kind of like back here in the woods, and I'm pretty comfortable back here. Anybody else from where I am, they'd be like, oh my God, there's so many bugs. And I'm like, yeah.
My neighborhood's pretty much so far back into the country that Amazon and FedEx keep calling me up when they need to deliver a package. I had to meet them at the end of the road.
And don't get me wrong, like, I live in a suburb, but like my mama's from the Delta, so like I know the different.
I was raised on Dolphin Island Parkway, so I had more of a city voice. But as soon as I got out there where I was at, now it's light, night. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing. It just does it.
Yeah, I actually used to get picked on a lot because my mama used to talk like this. So I picked that up from my mama, so I used to get picked on a lot from school. So I kind of hid it, and I started talking like this, which is very, very city and very, let's go out on the boat this weekend and all that, because we don't really have a lot of like mud holes and stuff. They actually closed one down by where we were. I think it was on like Gum Street or something like that, not that far from my house. Like we got some true grit rednecks back where I live.
Oh, we got some rednecks around our area. Because, like, they made it illegal now to where, the trucks that look like they're scooting their butts with, like, a dog. Yeah, well, I think it's a dog. When I see them, I'm laughing because I'm looking and going, y'all look like dogs, right? But anyway, they're actually banned, right? Yeah. Well, I still see idiots out there driving it.
Squatted trucks, to me, are just, they're so stupid. And lifted trucks too. Like if it's above a certain lift, I actually remember this. I was driving from work. This was like years ago. I still had my truck, and it was a wide wheelbase truck.
Yeah.
And I know how to drive it. And so it's during scraping the coast, which of course everybody that has lifted trucks and squatted trucks, they're like, yeah, it's our time. No, it's not. Shut up. Go back to your house and just chill and just let actual rat rods and drag race cars enjoy their time here.
I don't know. My brother went to do a drag race one time, and he didn't even score. It was that bad.
Wow, I love drag races, but anyways, he was trying to make a U-turn and almost hit the light pole because he didn't cut out far enough.
Yeah.
His ass end almost hit another car. And I'm sitting there, windows rolled down, just dying laughing. And he ended up flipping me off. And I showed him, I went, okay, watch this. And I ended up making a U-turn perfectly. And I was in an 84 Chevy. It wasn't lifted or anything like that, but it's a wide wheelbase truck. A lot of people don't realize the higher you go or the more you squat, the wider you have to turn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So there's been a lot of wrecks and stuff too, which thank riddance that they're banned. I don't know if they're banned over where I am or not, but I hope so. It's so stupid that you want your ass in that far to the ground.
Yeah.
To where you can't get in driveways. You can't park nowhere. Screw backing up.
Good luck on going over them speed bumps.
Yeah, right? There goes your whole fucking bumper and the tailgate right there.
And that's gonna go, and I mean that's like the cell phone thing. I'm glad they did it because honestly, like people, one of my sisters hold the cell phone up and she's like, she's over here, and I mean they about had a heart attack yesterday. I let her drive my vehicle like a dummy, and she kept going over just the side of the road. I'm like, I'm driving. Just when you get to the gas station, park it. I'm driving.
I always keep mine like on my lap, like if I have to use GPS or something like that.
Yeah, well, let me get him to do it because I'll never go. I never drive by myself, so I get him to do it. Whoever's in the car with me to do it. So therefore, I know where I'm going. And I ain't got to look down I tried that, and I would go all over the place myself, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really consider that like a country thing because it's not. It's more of, like your pavement princesses and stuff like that. That's what we call them.
Yeah.
There was also another thing that was in my school. I don't know if it's there anymore when I went to high school, but it was all of these kids that were from Van Cleve. One kid was from California. And they had these really fake accents and all that. Now, Van Cleve, I can understand. They got a little bit of a twang over there. Yeah. But they call themselves the Deep South Boys. And I'm like, you're stupid, for one. And I called them all out. I was like, y'all go tails when, like, y'all get in water and stuff like that? They're like, no, we just from the Deep South. I go, no, you're not. We're from the furthest of the Deep South that you can. Right. And I pulled up the map of Mississippi. I was like, tell me where this is. It was just in the middle of Mississippi. I was like, can you tell me like where this is currently? Is that a whole nother state? I zoomed out. I go, no, that was in Mississippi. I was like, that is Deep South there. That is the Delta. That is all that. Y'all are wannabe mermaids at this point. And I started busting out laughing because one dude was like, well, I'm from here. I went, no, Boo Bear. You're from California. Your parents moved here because they're in the Air Force. And you're a, dude. Surfer boy. I literally saw you in your truck with a fucking surfboard. Like, you're not fooling anybody.
Where in the hell is he going surfing at? Because I tell you, Dolphin Island ain't got no waves. At least not big enough to surf with.
No, his family has a boat. They went out to Horn Island, and he chilled there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, there ain't no waves out here.
Mm-mm. Like, our coastal country,
they make you pay now at Dolphin Island, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
our islands are free.
You have to pay both ends. And I'd rather not pay to go swim in there. I watched me and my husband, we were fishing, and my sister and brother-in-law and all of them decided, hey, we're going to take the boogie board out. He took him and his son out. All of a sudden, I saw him round about the rocks like he was in a rip current. So he had to round about the rocks. My nephew trying to jump off. He can't swim. He's autistic or whatever. He's got severe autistic. So he likes water. And I'm like, well, I guess there they go. I looked at my husband. I'm like, should we just leave him? I mean.
Yeah. But our islands out there, we have Horn, Petty Boy, Cat, and Deer Island. Like, it's just free islands. I know Horn Island you can camp at.
Yeah.
Petty Boy, I think you can camp out too. Like, those are the two that you can just, like, easily leave the dock and just go straight. Mm-hmm. So, me and my dad, we went fishing. Well, this is when we had a boat. And we went there. I was the first person to catch a fish in, like, 2 years. This was before I went to New York to go sing in Carnegie Hall with my school.
Yeah.
I'm in middle school. Yeah. I'm in middle school at this time. We get back. We miss our marker. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Dad, look. He goes, all right. And he whips it. This side of my body here caught the inside of the boat. My other half was out, and we were passing an oyster bed. So all right here, just like it was hurting, and like it went smack.
I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no.
My hand hurts. He goes, can you feel anything? I go, kind of. I can move my hand. So he was like, oh shit, your mom's gonna kill me. I went, nah, it's fine. So we get to the hospital, and me and my dad were sitting there. We're kind of laughing about it.
Yeah.
Because it was funny.
Yeah.
And my mom, nor the nurse, thought it was funny. Because I'm like, yeah, like, I'm about to leave, go sing at Carnegie Hall right now. And, well, I almost flew out the boat. But I caught myself. It's a good thing. It's called the reflexes. Mm-hmm. I was in basketball, too, so it was even funnier. I was like, oh, my coach is going to kill me for conditioning. So my mom was like, I'm going to take a sledgehammer and I'm going to rip that boat to shreds. And we're like, no, it's fine. So I had to get a cast all right here, and me and my dad walking out of the hospital just dying laughing. I'm like, I can't believe you missed the marker. The sun was still up. How'd you miss that bright green marker right there? He goes, I don't know. My mom just sitting there just going, it's not funny, Marie. I go, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's a little funny.
We had a boat, but my dad almost hit a yacht with it. Yeah, he was coming in. My dad was drinking a little bit. Almost hit that yacht. I said, don't do that. But my sister and my mom really wouldn't let him get out in the water like he wanted to. Mm-hmm. But that man always wanted to just catch flounders, so. Yeah. I've caught my sister a couple times with a hook up against her chin.
I haven't caught anybody with a hook. But, like, we've got piers and stuff that we can fish off of. And
I think we got one near Dolphin Island, don't we? I think so. I think it's Cedar Point, ain't sure.
Ours is Fort Monpaul is what we got down there. We got another little pier that's also a boat dock. Look, every pier that you go to, you can just fish off of.
Ain't it crazy, though? You have to have a license to fish, a license to hunt, and a license to drive.
Yeah. I mean,
I understand the driving thing, but the fish, that should be free.
So our thing is, if it's off the pier, I mean, the Marine Patrol really don't, they don't care. They don't do that as much. It's more if you're going out to the islands or if you're in open water and they see that you're catching really big fish, then they'll come and they'll be like, hey, you got your license or stuff like that. But if you're just fishing off the pier, whatnot, you know, as long as you catch release, they're not really going to dock you for not having a fishing
that's all
license.
we pretty much did was catch and release, except for maybe a few of them that was never eaten. They just put them in the freezer and forgot about them.
It's really funny seeing, like, these kids that claim, like, their country, but they never get dirty. Like, they stay inside when it's raining. I stay inside when it's raining because it puts me to sleep. But if I go outside, I'm not wearing boots. I'm barefooted.
That's me.
Running in the mud and stuff like that. But when I went up north, when I would go up north, me and my cousins, we did this thing because my big pa's house has got like a bunch of hills. Mm-hmm. So we took a tarp from underneath the house, had to wash it off with the hose, put stakes where the holes were, put it on one of the hills, put dish soap on it, put water. We'd slide down that, would run down the rest of the hills, go to the neighbor's house, and we would have mud fights. So my cousin, super blonde hair, he was wearing khakis. We just got done with church that day. So we were still in like our nice clothes, and I had to change clothes. So I ran in, got those changed clothes, came out. Mm-hmm. Him, on the other hand, came in, they were like the pale white khakis. They were a true grit khaki color after that. I mean, we were covered head to toe in mud. And my mom was taking pictures. I'd go and show people at school, and they go, ew, why are you covered in mud? I go, 'cause it's fun. Right. And I have a really thick accent when coming back from visiting my family. Mm-hmm. I get it's super just, kind of. It also talk like that when I've been drinking. So anytime I'd come back from visiting up North Mississippi for like family or whatnot, or just coming, I'd come back with like this real like super thick accent, and everybody was like, "Did you like drink before you come here?" I'm like, "No, I just got back from up North Mississippi. It'd be gone in a while." Like just the thickness of it.
Yeah, true. Weirdest encounter that you've ever had, because I've had weird ones.
I wouldn't say like weird, just like super awkward would be going out for like the first time kind of by myself. Mm-hmm. I would just like sit in a corner, sipping my water, and wait for like one of my friends to come in. And then once they come, I'm just like following them around like a little puppy dog. And then we get a couple of drinks in, and then we're dancing, going from one area to one area to one area to one area. I don't really remember any from when I was younger. I don't remember a lot from when I was...
Same here.
I was younger, when it comes to, like, encounter with people. I was in school, and I was leaving because I had to do physical therapy for when I stretched my patella tendon. And one of my superintendents, he was just out in the middle of the road. And again, I had a wide wheel base truck. And he was pulling me forward. I'm like, you need to move or my ass end is going to hit you. Mm-hmm. He's like, if I tell you to move up, you need to move up. I bet. Move or get hit. Sure enough, my little bumper clipped his knee. And I saw him kind of like do like that. And I turned around. I opened up my glass. I go, told you so. And I closed it. And my cousin the next day, whenever I went to her house and I told her after I get done with physical therapy, made me a shirt that says move or get hit. And I wore it to school. I never got in trouble for it.
Well, I mean, I've got like a few of them, but one of the ones I thought was funny was when we were growing up, my mom and dad were always like, take care of, your siblings, blah, 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 right? Like, I would take you to Disney if you teach her how to drive. I tried that, okay? I tried that. This girl, gas, no brakes, in reverse, hits a portable. After she jumped out of the car and left me in there. Hits a portable.
A porta potty?
A portable. But they're on school grounds, so it's, they're little buildings on bricks.
Oh, okay.
Portable. She hit a whole portable. I mean, she's crazy. Like, she couldn't even drive. I don't know. It's always been weird. Like, okay, so, like, Creighton even knows this one because he laughed at me. Because I hid, I hid from her. But we had this person come out of, I ain't saying what she,
Yeah, I got you.
We had this person come out of our woods. And, like, I've never seen her around the neighborhood before, so we're kind of, like, up in arms about that. And she kept coming over and asking if we had it, whatever it was, a cigarette and all kinds of money, whatever. And then she'd go and try to flirt with me and tell me, oh, your eyes are beautiful. I said, well, guess what? I'm broke. Just start coming back. Well, the next day, Creighton come by and brought over some stuff. And I was talking to Creighton, and I saw her in the corner of my eye. I saw her. She was walking past Creighton's vehicle. I ducked. As fast as I can get it, I ducked. I said, nope, not today, lady. And then, this is what was so weird, because the trailer down the road from us caught fire.
Oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what?
And after that, she ain't been back.
Think she
probably did.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, it was an abandoned house anyway, so. But I mean, for her to just keep on coming over, like, I was laughing every time she did it because she's just walking in circles like, girl, you ain't gonna find nothing. I mean, but she came out of the woods for something.
I haven't changed since school, like from like elementary school, like my face has stayed the same. And I was at a football game and some of like my swim kids were playing in the band. So like they asked me, like, can you come, like, can you like support us? I'm like, of course I can. I love y'all guys. So I went and I saw my old math teacher and I said, hey, Miss Tibble, how are you? She goes, oh, hey, Ashley, how are you? I go, huh? What? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, okay, with my old school teachers, I didn't have like certain ones. Mm-hmm. And there's this one that worked in like a music store in the mall. And I loved him to death. Mr. Richardson is awesome. And it was another teacher. Didn't have neither teachers. Neither. But they knew who I was. More than they knew their own students.
Yeah, that's always weird to me. Because I'll see a teacher out and they'll be like, well, hi, Ashley. I go,
who are you?
Who the fuck are you? I had my old principal come in at a restaurant that I work at. And I saw him at first. And I was like, ain't no way. That ain't no way. There ain't no way that's him. And he saw me. He goes, Ashley. I go, Dr. Moran, how are you? He goes, I'm good. How are you, though? I go, I'm good. But, like, his tone of voice was like, wow. I'm like, yeah. I still remember when you used to pull me out of class so I could stop fights. Yeah, no, you can stay right there, though. He ended up tipping me. He was like, there you go. It was like $2. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah. Another one of mine is, because you have to think about how old this guy is. If he delivered me, He's pretty damn old.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, I'm 46. I'm 46. You know, I ain't afraid to admit how old I am. But okay, so I started going to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is back in 20 years ago, whatever. I went to him because I had, because I was pretty much needing to know everything was good. Well, he was like, no, we need to do a partial hysterectomy on you. So I looked at him in the operating room. I said, I know you brought me in this world, but you better not take me out. Because I'm like, he done brought me in this world. He might take me out this time. It's the same guy that brought me life, like he slapped me. He's the first man to ever slap me on my butt.
Actually, I do remember this. My mother tells people this all the time from when I was born, because, they didn't have gender reveals. I was born in 02.
Yeah, they didn't even have me in 77.
I know. And she was like, yeah, we didn't know what your gender was or nothing. I'm like, okay, that's fine. She's like, but we just knew you were a girl. I'm like, okay, Mom. She goes, well, whenever you came out, the doctor went, it's a girl, and she's peeing on me. I was peeing on my doctor as I was coming out. That birthed me. And my mother loves telling that story to anybody who listens, so I beat you to it. Now I'm telling everybody.
Oh, no. You know what my mama did to me? After I had my son, because I had my son when I was 15 years old. Mm-hmm. After I had my son, my mama taking pictures while it's happening, okay? This ain't like the cell phones and stuff like that where it stays private.
It's just like an actual... Yeah.
So she takes it up to CVS where it used to be at Theodore. The guy that I had a bad crush on, she gonna show them pictures of the baby coming out of me. I'm like, well, he ain't never gonna want me now. Like, I'm done. I'm like, Mama, stop showing off pictures of that. That's just embarrassing, But, I mean, me and my mom we had some good laughs, because on the way up there, my mom had a big hole in her floor in the car, and she had a board over it, and she went over this big old water puddle. Yeah, a really huge water puddle. All of a sudden, my legs go up in the air, the board's up in the air, and water went everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere. I was wet. My mom was shaking wet. When I walked up in there, this is before I had my son. When I walked up in there, they goes, I thought your water broke. I said, if it did, it wouldn't be here. They were going to ban me from the store until I had my kid.
What?
I went to 42 weeks with my son, so.
Oh, wow.
They were like, if you don't have me, you can't come back up in here. I said, well, you better tell him that. Because I tried everything.
I think I was born like a week or so early. I wasn't supposed to be born till March. So I was born in February.
Well, I mean, my second daughter, she was due on April 20th, and, well, God decided I was going to have her natural with no drugs. Now, I know what the ring to fire meant. I'm telling you now, that is a ring to fire. It hurts.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And I couldn't have nothing with her. Nothing, because she's already coming out she's already doing what she had to do before I even got there. My mama lied. She said, oh, she's okay, she's good, so.
But, all I saw was...
I know, I was like, okay, I know I'm seeing stuff. I can only see that one eyeball crate, and come on.
Like... Jedi mind trick. These are not the droids you're looking for.
I know.
May the Force be with you.
So, I have this movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a niche movie that me and my mom watched. It was starring something. I think I was just home. It's on Amazon, I do believe. I think it's called like Bubba the Werewolf or something like that. Hold on. Let me find it, because like I was just scrolling through Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I feel like watching B movies. I was in one of those moods, and some of them, I will say, have caught my eye and were really good.
Here's one movie that was stupid. Attention of the Dead.
Oh, here it is. It's called Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. What in the world? Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. It has 4... Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 5.5 stars. 13 plus. It was free. Now you can rent or buy it. This was made in hell, when was this made? 2014. It wasn't that bad, actually. It wasn't that bad, but it was something that me and my mom, we kind of like clicked on. I was like, huh, kind of want to see what this is about. What you know, you, Mama? She goes, pop the popcorn. So we watch it, and like we started laughing. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It really was funny. But like going on Amazon and stuff like that, and just like watching some B movies, it's hilarious.
Yeah, we've watched some pretty crazy dumb movies. The Attention of the Dead. That made no zero sense about the whole movie. It's about zombies, and they're in the school the whole time. They're in the school. And I don't know how, but my daughters got into it and got hooked on it. So they made me watch it like 18 more times. I was like, by the time I'm done, I'm going to know word for word what these idiots say on there.
You know what? Assault of Sasquatch. Sorry, I'm kind of like scrolling through these because these are kind of funny.
They have a lot of movies out there that... Oh, no. Mine is Rapturepalooza. That is great. That one's so hilarious if you ain't seen it. Oh my God. The Locust was it the Locust? Yeah. Made me laugh because he was like, suffer, suffer. And he goes, I am suffering. I was like, this is crazy.
Oh, I have seen, okay, yeah, now that you say that.
Yeah, he turned that on last night. I was laughing.
There's one, it's called Howl, and that one actually was a pretty good one. But I was watching something. It was so bad that it was funny, and I really can't think of it, but it was, I have no idea what it was, but it was just that bad. Like me and my dad, we watched it. We sat there, we were like, this is terrible. I know, I can't keep my eyes off the screen. It's so funny.
Well, I mean, I'm not dissing on this movie, but my dad like Western movies, cowboy movies, right? And he was scrolling through the channel, and then he was like, "Hey, B," he was like, "Hey, B." I was like, "Yeah, Daddy." He goes, "Have you ever heard of Brokeback Mountain?" I said, "Daddy, don't do it." I said, "Don't do it, Daddy. You're gonna go down a whole nother rabbit hole. Don't do this." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Dad, just don't do it.
Don't do it."
I said, "Don't do it. Just stick to your John Wayne and your Clint Eastwoods. Don't do it."
I used to watch Westerns with my papa all the time. But I think it was a Western movie that it was something opera The Repo Man. It was really good. It was very like you could tell it was, but it had some really good
Maximum
people in it.
Overdrive is one movie that nobody ever watches, and that's a 1980s movie.
I think so, yeah.
And I actually said something about it last night, and they were like, "Who? I've never seen that." I said, "Don't tell me you've never seen Maximum Overdrive. Come on, everybody's seen that. Anybody at least our age."
I have at one point in time. I've seen it when I was younger. My mama just put it on, but I was watching it. I knew a couple of songs and stuff like that. I'm like, I mean, I get it, but I don't like it at the same time. It was just something about it. I was just like, but I like it. I like it. I dig it. My mom walks in, she goes, "What the hell are you watching?" At this time, my TV was blue.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't have a new TV yet.
Yeah.
And so when I did have set off a blue hue, I have no idea why. It just started doing it one day. And I'm just like, I mean, already blue. It's whatever. I was also watching The Devil's Rejects.
I love that movie.
I am wholeheartedly
I'm a Rob Zombie fan. Yes.
I love the music.
His wife is hot too. I ain't gonna lie.
Ex-wife. They're divorced.
No, wait. When I'm sure he get a divorce.
I think so.
No, I think they're still together. I read about it yesterday.
Because
I was looking at why they didn't have kids. Yeah, I mean, she was in. I think she was in his last movie too. But the only movie I
like
didn't
the Prince of Salem, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Wait, was it? It was the what was it? The Lord was it?
Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
Lords of Salem, yeah.
And then he did the
watched-
he did the monster one, but I wasn't too big on that one.
I wasn't a big fan of the Lords of Salem, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wasn't. It was too slow for a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, I like the way he did the Halloween movies though.
Yes.
He started off when he was younger, so that made me understand him way more. You know, I was like, oh, that explains it all.
A lot of people don't know that Rob Zombie did the Halloween movies, and I was like, yeah, he did. And then he did a couple songs with Ozzy Osbourne for Scorpion King.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple songs for that. When it comes to like practical and special effects, Rob Zombie is hands down. It could be the most disgusting and gut-hurtling, just, type of, like, dialogue there is for his movies. But those effects...
I don't know why, but Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot, They Strike Back reboot, was funny to me. Only because he did the whole, what was that name? Buffalo Bob thing?
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill thing. See, I can't remember these old people. But he did that whole thing. It was just hilarious.
Yeah. But this is really the only bad review that I have for a Rob Zombie movie was it was slow, and I think it was supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as fast paced as like House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, you know, all like
Was it 13? He made
31.
one. 31, yeah. 31. See, I got
31.
that number backwards.
But
31. I mean, I think his wife plays really good though in his movies.
oh yeah.
Like she acts like she's nuts. That's what makes the movie so awesome. You know, it's like
I think that's why I didn't like the last one that she was in, because it wasn't her character.
Yeah.
It wasn't Baby.
that's
You
it.
know?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It was
saying.
it was more of a okay, so like she's a normal person, just not what we're used to for it.
Yeah. I like the outfits she wore in the movies too.
Oh,
I love them. I'm like, oh.
she was beautiful. I was listening to a song one day at work, Pussy Liquor, and one of my servers asked, like, what are you listening to? I was like, I'm listening to Pussy Liquor. He goes, oh, who's that by? I go, Rob Zombie. It's the name of the liquor store in one of his movies.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I go, yes, it is. Me and you both watched it. Like, it is. And I just sent him the screenshot, like, of the scene. He goes, oh. I go, oh, you're telling me I know more about this than you do? And you're supposed to be know-it-all McGee when it comes to these movies?
Right.
Back up. Let the professionals
I
handle
mean, I do
this.
like the
Thank
fact
you.
though that Mobile does have like a movie thing where they make movies now, and they did like a Stephen King one, which kind of made me upset that I didn't try out for that. But I'm like, all right, I'm good with that.
I didn't know Mississippi had a lot. They did one where Terror on the Coast is.
I've never been
That
to CPR
warehouse?
Fest.
Hmm?
I've never been to CPR Fest.
I haven't either. They usually do that over in Biloxi. They did this thing. It's called the I think it was the Gulfport or Gulf Coast Music Fest. They used to do it. That's where Maroon 5 was there the first year. And me and my mom, this is when she had a BlackBerry, we're there front row. We're singing. She calls my mama on the phone and go, guess where I am? And holds it up, and he's singing into her phone.
Oh, wow.
And I thought my mama was going to die of a heart attack whenever we went to her house the next day.
You know, we got to wrap it up. But next week we'll have something even, more funny. Like every week we seem to get funny with our stuff.
I hope that we make your day a lot brighter and better with every episode that we have coming out. So again, tune in next week and we'll have something different for y'all. Alrighty. Bye.